Everyone, welcome to the weekly update. It is now September, and hopefully in the next week or so we'll get past the hot dog days of summer and we can get into my speed, which is much cooler weather, and that will make me happy. But you don't care about my happiness. We're going to talk about your happiness today. What we're going to talk about is all the new things going on for September. Congratulations to the person that won the 125 in the giveaway last month. That was a big one, and we have a special giveaway coming up this month, and I'll talk to you about that pretty soon. A couple other things that I want to talk to you about this week are all the new things that came in, and also I want to engage you guys, any of you guys that would like to see your tank and tell us a little bit of something about your tank, your aquarium, your setup, whatever. Okay, so what we're asking is for any of you guys who are willing to do it, compile a 1-minute video and send it to us. It's office@fishybusinesssc.com, and what we'd like to do is feature your tank on our weekly update, maybe one a week or something like that. Kind of get an idea and see what's out there. You can shoot the video of you explaining the tank and what's going on, or just shoot a visual of the tank and say, here, you know, this is where I live, this is what I've done with my aquarium. But we want to engage you guys to be involved with us and put you guys back out there. So any videos, if you want to try to get on the site, let us know. Again, you can send it in at office@fishybusinesssc.com, and we look forward to seeing those. So anyway, let's get on with the update. Where we're starting again this week is with our most sold item, the LED BioCube from Coralife. This is one of the coolest types of tanks that you can have, and we have just now finally got them back on special. We have them for $249 each. This is a complete 32-gallon fresh or saltwater aquarium that is all inclusive. Everything is either in the back, inside, or on the top. It's a nice sealed tank. You can actually see this one right here. Very, very cool presentation. The easiest way to get in saltwater. We have it in one of 3 package designs and with a lot of different stand options. So all that to say, the BioCube is an easy way to get started with saltwater. If you want to do saltwater, it makes a cool freshwater tank. It's very powerful, and it is on special again for the first time in a long time. So definitely come check that out when you're here. Okay, you've seen a few things in the last couple weeks about the Red Sea reefer tanks that we have in stock, actually the Red Sea tanks that we have in stock. And right now we are offering the most unbelievable special that I think we've ever done in our whole history. The 750 XXL reefer does not come with lights when you buy it. We are putting them with it. That is a $900 value that is for free with this tank while we have it. I think we have 2 in stock. We will not do this again. We're not going to do it on new tanks that you might come in and order, but for the Red Sea tanks that we have on the floor right now, this is an unbelievable special. And if you are ever on the fence about getting one, $900 in free lights would be a pretty good incentive. So definitely come check that out when you're here. If you haven't even thought about doing a big reef tank, the most expensive thing are the lights, and that's what we're giving you for free while we've got them. Okay, I've just gotten a service call and I have to run unexpectedly. So I'm gonna let Gracie, who is the saltwater manager, do her fish for you this week. And I'm gonna let Kara, who is the freshwater manager, do her fish for you this week. And I will see you next week.
Hi guys, I'm Kara, and today I'm gonna show you some of the freshwater highlights that we got in this week. This week we got in a couple of new African cichlids. We got in manganos, demonsoni, and some rhodesii cichlids. So if you are an African cichlid lover, these are awesome looking. 2 of them are really bright and blue, and they're gonna get darker as they get older, and then the rhodesii get some blue on them too. They're not very colored up right now, but they're gonna look amazing when they're older. We also got in some more crystal red shrimp. These actually appear to be a pretty high grade. I've seen some in there that look like they're SS and maybe even SSS, so definitely come snatch these up before they're gone because they won't last long. We got these last time, but I got them in again because I loved them so much. These are the coral red serpae tetras. They're a lot brighter than normal serpae tetras, so they make a much bigger statement in your aquarium. These are great for beginners and good for cycling tanks. One of our most popular community fish are the turquoise rainbows, and we got in more this week. They're a little pale right now since they've only been in the tank for a few hours, but they're going to be bright blue tomorrow, and the males color up with this cool yellow stripe down their head. These guys are awesome for planted tanks, so if you've got a planted tank, you should get these. They're being a little camera shy, but I got in a new batch of cherry barbs. These seem to be pretty popular with a lot of you guys. They're good for community tanks. They don't get very big, and they are extremely bright, so they'll stick out real well in your aquarium. We hardly ever have these in, but I was able to get a few of them this week. These are called the pink-tailed Chelseas. They are a predator fish, so they're going to eat whatever fits in their mouth, but they are not too super aggressive other than that. We actually have one in our big 700 gallon up front. They're going to get, I think, about 8 inches, but they're really cool. We were cleaned out of koi this weekend, but we got in some more. I have some large standard koi, and they gave us a lot of different varieties this week, and they look really, really good. We also got in some small butterfly koi. These also look great, lots of different color varieties. And we finally got more Chinese hyphen sharks in, so if you need an algae eater for your ponds, these are the ones to get. They get pretty big, but they do a great job eating algae. It's been a long wait, but I finally have some German blue rams in stock. These guys are apparently wild caught, so they're not quite the same strain as the normal German blues that you're used to. Not quite as colorful, but I still think they're beautiful. And they're doing really, really well. They seem to be a lot hardier than the captive bred variety. Here's something you don't see very often. These are zebra autosynclus. So they're the same shape as a normal autosynclus, but they actually have a really cool zebra stripe pattern. I think I've only got 6 of them, so if you want one, come in and snag one before they're gone. So that's it for the freshwater that we have today. I'm actually getting in a lot more tomorrow, which is the day you're going to be seeing this video. So check back with us on Friday or the weekend, and we're going to be fully stocked up with lots of fish. And now on to saltwater.
Hey guys, I'm Grace. I'm doing the weekly update today on what we got as far as saltwater fish. Alright, so this is the Huma trigger. He gets about 12 inches. Will eat any of your inverts, your snails, your shrimp, your hermit crabs. He is considered a more aggressive fish, so he will need to go with fish that are either his size or that match his aggression level. More so a fish-only fish, or a fish tank. Next up, we have the dogface puffer. He is also going to get about 12 inches. He actually eats corals, so not a reef-safe guy. Also eat your snails, your shrimp, your hermits, potentially even small fish. So again, another fish-only tank guy. We have the emperor angel. This guy gets about 15 inches in length. Right now, I'd say he's about, maybe 8 to 9. He eats corals too, and sponge is another big part of his diet, and seaweed. So not a reef safe guy either, but would be a very cool addition to a fish only tank. So here we have the Spanish hogfish. I don't get them too often, but when I do, they're very pretty. Usually in a small size. He's about, I'd say 3.5 to 4 inches now. They get about 12 inches, and actually they pick parasites off of fish. That's a new one for me, I didn't realize that. So here we have the dragon wrasse, again, gets about 1 foot long, eats all your hermits, your crabs, your shrimp. He also likes to move around rocks, so keep that in mind if you decide to purchase a dragon wrasse. They also, so they'll change color as they become adults. They get really, really pretty. They'll get a real bright white face with a different color pattern. So that would be a pretty cool addition for a fish-only tank as well. So here we have the squareback anthias. They get about 7.5 inches, reef safe. They could either go in the tank alone, or a lot of other anthias like to be in groups. So usually it's 1 male to 3 females. You could do more if you wanted to, but you don't have to. But a very beautiful fish and would add a lot of color to your reef tank. All right, so this is the spotted moray eel, or speckled, whichever. They get about 6 feet. I don't know if for sure he would get 6 feet in your tank, but that is what it says. They have really sharp teeth, so I would advise that if you're going to be feeding this guy, either use a long set of tongs or just throw it in the tank. You do not want to get bit by this. Fish only tank will eat basically whatever will fit in his mouth. But other than that, very, very pretty, a really cool addition for a fish only. This is the yellow-headed moray, or golden-headed moray eel. They get about 3 feet in length. again, a cool addition for a fish-only tank. They will eat whatever gets in their mouth or fits in their mouth, and they get rather large, so they need to go with fish that are going to be, you know, not big enough to eat. But again, a really cool addition as well. Very pretty pattern. I love the stripes on them. Beautiful. So this is the bumblebee shrimp. Never actually had these in stock before. They get about 1.5 inches. They eat algae, actually, and they also eat detritus out of your sand and off your rocks. So cool little addition for a little nano tank. Wouldn't advise any fish-only tanks. Bigger fish probably eat them, but really cool. So this is the Hector goby. They get about 3 inches in length. So good for a little nano tank setup. They eat hair algae. So if you're having a little hair algae issue in a, you know, a little 5 to 10 gallon tank, I'd say that would definitely help out with that. All right, so this is the orchid dottyback. They get about 3 inches as well. And actually, new fact, I found out that they eat bristleworms. Didn't really know. They do have a little bit of an attitude, so you don't want to put them with anything that's similar in shape or size or hell, even color. You just got to be careful with that because they can be a little aggressive sometimes. All right, guys, that is about it for saltwater today. I do have another shipment coming Monday, so stay tuned.
Okay, so that's a wrap for this week. I think there's one thing that I failed to mention, and that was the giveaway for the month of September. So, first thing is you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel at Fishy Business SC. Then you have to go to Facebook and subscribe to that at Fishy Business SC. And then you get to go to fishybusinesssc.com, and then you can enter one of 3 ways. And what is the prize this month? Well, we're going to do a little experiment. The prize this month is either me, Mike, or Andrew, or some combination of one of those 3. What we're going to do is actually let the service team come pimp your aquarium or clean it up or answer any questions that you have on site. Anywhere in South Carolina, we will come do a service call. We will come scrub the algae for you. We will answer any questions that you have on your turf if you're interested. That is the giveaway this month. It's actually people. So we will plan on doing a service at some point in October when we can get that scheduled. But if you're interested, go to fishybusinesssc.com and enter for a chance to win us.